Please rise as we hear this morning's gospel lesson, which is taken from Matthew chapter 5, verses 3 through 16. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A town built upon a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do the people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand, and it gives great light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father who is in heaven.
Good morning again. First, I want to introduce the team that went with me up to Spirit Lake. Kay and Janet are from Kankakee, and they met us up there. Terry from Rockford, and then I got a bunch of J's. Jared, Jenny, Jovi, and JJ. Dan and Nancy, Doug, Steve, and myself. I'm Andy, your mission team leader, but I do have a new nickname. I am the Chaos Creator. What is a legacy? A legacy is the long-lasting impact of particular events, actions that took place in the past or a person's life. Will you pray with me? Creator God, may my words of sharing be acceptable to you, and may the people here get a better understanding how you freely gave us a legacy of love, and how this past mission trip left a legacy of love with the people at Spirit Lake, as well as the team that shared this gift. Amen. You'll see some pictures flying around behind me of the trip. First thing I want to let you know, these are my stories. Reach out to the team and get their stories. I'm only sharing a few today. There's other things that happened that the team may have a better understanding of what happened, because I might have not have been there that much. There was Culture Night, which we all took part of. Fry Bread, which was another fun experience for those that participated there. VBS, and cleaning and painting a house. Ask JJ. JJ was part of just about every single one. So make him talk. If you can. It's a trip when we're up there and I ask questions of the group and I don't get much participation right away. It takes a while. So it may take a while to get their stories out, but they will let them out, I'm sure. The first story I want to share is from a ramp build. The gentleman's name is Bull. Bull, B-U-L-L. Bull is a 64-year-old grandpa. He is grandpa of an intern, Hunter, at Spirit Lake. Not only is he a grandpa, but he and his wife adopted 5 children between the age of 8 and 18. So he's got a house full. Bull lives on the far west side of the reservation. It's the farthest west I have ever been, and I've been there 13 times. It's the farthest west I've ever been. It's a very nice plot of land with 2 small lakes. I didn't tell Jared, but the lakes are packed with fish. So, sorry, Jared, I didn't tell you. But I needed him to help me on the ramp, of course. So our job was to build a ramp. This ramp, how it came about, Bull's daughter. She broke her leg a few years ago, and everything went well until after recovery, she ended up with gangrene in her leg. So they started off by cutting at the knee. Several surgeries later, they took the whole leg. So she lives in Devil's Lake, and she came to visit, and she had to climb up the stairs on her rear end. So it's not the way to do life, definitely. So Kim and Hunter talked, and Kim said he had a team from Illinois that loves to build ramps. I do. I've done, I think this is my 13th ramp. I think I've done one just about every year. The ramp, we started, it was 50 inches high. So if you know the rules, it's supposed to go 50 feet. Well, don't call OSHA, don't complain to anybody. It does not go that far. It is too steep. But all those things had to happen. There just wasn't enough room to do all the twists and turns and all that good stuff. Now, Bull had shoulder surgery, and he was out there trying to help us do everything. And we just kept telling Bull, go, leave, we can get it all done, just go. So he was kind of a character. One day his wife came out, and they were going to town, and she saw Jenny screwing the boards down. She said, see, if she can do it, I can do it. And he just laughed. So I'm waiting for a picture. I'm waiting for a picture when Bull's daughter comes. Bull loves the ramp. He ran up it a couple times before we left. So I'm just waiting for that picture. That's my first story. The first story of love that we gave. Number 2 is a young lady by the name of Shanoa. A while back, Paulette posted there was a young lady that wanted to get into photography. And I told her I would find some cameras. I found 3. 3 for one lady. Shanoa is 16. She dropped out of school to take care of her baby brother. Mom went to Fargo and didn't return. So she hasn't had a very, very good 16th year, I'm sure. So we brought the cameras, and on the first day of Vacation Bible School, she was there. Jenny showed her the camera. She picked one. Jenny showed her how to operate it, etc. Then her sister wanted a camera too. 2 cameras down. So they both learned how to use the cameras, and they just took pictures of Vacation Bible School all over the place. I don't know, they must have taken a couple hundred pictures in about an hour and a half. But they were having fun. The day ended, and they went home, and they left the cameras. And, of course, we were shocked, a little disappointed, right? So Paulette talked to Lily, who was another intern, and she picked up the cameras and took them to the young ladies and told them, they are yours. They are yours to keep. So the next day, they came to Vacation Bible School, and they probably took 500 pictures apiece. Not only of that, but also of everything else that was going on, culture night and everything. So we're waiting for Paulette to get them together and get those pictures developed into an album that they can call their own. So it's kind of fun watching them learn. Another ambition of Shanoa is she wants to get her GED, which is going to be a huge step. She's very shy, very quiet, so we'll see if that happens. It might be another thing where I can help tutor. That's my job. The last one I want to talk about is a bathhouse. This bathhouse is on the ministry center. It's a 16-year-old dream that's coming to reality. The bathhouse now is temporary. It's on stilts and plywood and not a very great place for a shower. This one has a cement foundation, which we are part of. Some of the money we have given them has gone for cement, so we are the foundation of that. Kim on Sunday night, when he was talking about what we were going to do over the week, said, "It sure would be fun to have all 4 walls up before you left." We had a lot of plans for the week, so many that we didn't even know if we would get to the bathhouse. So there were some things that some of the group was going to do, was going to help distribute water. That fell through because they had enough volunteers. So what did they do? They started cutting studs for the bathroom walls. Some of those people had never used a saw before. It's not like Dan, who is Mr. Saw, Mr. Measure from the right instead of the left. I'm left-handed, so I measure from the left. Dan's right-handed. It's still the same measurement. Right, Dan? But Dan cut a lot of wood. He and Jared made the headers for the windows and the doors. Kim and I set out the plates, the sill plates for the studs. It was just a huge project. On that first Wednesday, we put up 1 wall. This is Wednesday. We put up 1 wall. We were leaving on Friday. We stopped working Thursday. How are we going to get the other 3 walls up? Well, little did we know we had some Native American friends that are in construction. Number 1, Waylon. Waylon. This man had so much energy. He wanted to get things done without a plan. Kim had spent money on a plan. It's well planned out, where the windows are, where the doors are, but he wanted to get the walls up. He brought along a friend, Tenny. He's sort of another apprentice construction person. And then, of course, my dear friend, Kenny Baker Jr. Kenny Baker Jr. should not be doing construction, not with his back and his neck, but he was out there giving of his time and helping lift walls. We did Vacation Bible School on Thursday afternoon. The boys, the crew, Jenny, they got 1 wall up? And then the muscle came after VBS and we had the other 3 walls up. So all 4 walls are up. It's just amazing that we were able to do that. Everybody signed a stud, a header for legacy, a legacy of love that we have left there, that'll be there forever. If that building comes down, everybody will see the people that did it. I think the greatest thing we have done is we got to build a stronger relationship with Kim and Paulette. Kim and Paulette run that place now. They both have full-time jobs, and they still have time to worship for a congregation of 35, like I said. Not only do they worship that, but they are with them all the time. They answer phone calls, they answer texts. We need food, we need water. Can you get it to us? Kim and Paulette drop everything, of course, and get it to them. Can we get some gas for our vehicles? Of course, we're going to help. And they are so humble. They received an award from the Dakota Conference, which was a great award for new ministries and new ways to worship. They claim it was everything that happened before they took over. But I've been there 13 times. They have made a difference. You can see it in the people's eyes. They provide a safe place where they don't have to deal with drugs. They don't have to deal with alcohol. They don't have to deal with gangs. They don't have to deal with worrying about where they're playing or what they're playing on. It's just a free space, a safe space. And Kim and Paulette have created that. Their service, if you want to watch online, is about a half-hour service every Sunday night at 5. And you will see it in what they say, what they do. It would be great if they could show all the people, but it's kind of a weird thing these days online, especially Native Americans who are very shy, very, very shy. But they have a spirit that motivates me to do all this crazy stuff, to create chaos. Next year, if you want to join the chaos, we will leave at 3 a.m. on Sunday, July 19th. July 19th, and we will stay through Friday, July 24th, because on that day it is powwow. It's been a few years since we've been to powwow. After seeing Culture Night and all there, I think it's time we go to powwow again. So then we'll come home on Saturday, July 26th, 25th. My mom's birthday. We'll come home on my mom's birthday. So if you're interested in joining that chaos, see me, see Pastor. Once again, July 19th.